desaparecer.
Elena, a film by Petra Costa. Text written by Laura Davis. Frederick Jameson characterized the term postmodernism in 1991 as a loss of historicity, a lack of depth and meaningfulness, and a waning of emotional effect. Ever since critics have watched the cultural movement lose relevance with the fall of the Berlin Wall, the new millennium, the so-called War on Terror, ushering in a new era. We don't fully have a term for this, as art seems to encompass both elements of realism, yet skepticism for the real, or what pertains to the real. The author is still dead. We are still in drag, and the center is still lost. Yet we are no longer operating on an absolutely sincere or highly ironic metatextual mode. Addressing the radical cultural shifts underway since 2016, some commentators have chosen the word post-truth as paradigmatic for the world since Brexit, Trump, Bolsonaro, etc.
Helena, nossa mãe sempre me disse que eu podia morar em qualquer lugar do mundo, menos em Nova York. Que eu podia escolher qualquer profissão, menos ser atriz. No dia 4 de setembro de 2003, eu me matriculei no curso de teatro da Columbia University.
If we are post-truth, doesn't this negate filmmaking's place in reality? Do we still believe the camera is a means of gaining access to the real when images are being corrupted day after day for political gain? In this world of unstable truths, disillusioned neoliberal promises, and uneven capitalist gain, the autofiction has taken hold. It struggles against panorama, against entirety, against speaking for the collective, and against agenda becoming the most political of all forms. Chantal Akerman and Lourdes Portillo are artists who come to mind with this moment. Only the self can provide any ultimate point of reference.
I turn to dance. I turn to water.
Eu desisto. Desisto porque meu coração tá tão triste. Quero desaparecer.
This is why I start this review of Petra Costa's 2015 Elena with a rejection of its negative reviews. Various online commentators have deemed the film too close, too personal, too abstract, too private. The film is very tight. Indeed, it dances through an archive of home videotapes recounting the life and death of her older sister. The past is recounted through the specifics. Facial expressions, fashion trends, seasonal change, details that have no claim to history but drop us off at points along a character's trajectory.
Elena, I had a dream about you last night. You were walking in the streets of New York. They wanted me to forget you, Elena.
On top of this is a fragmented voiceover that recalls Petra's memories of herself and her sister. It ranges from recounting a fascination with mermaids to reading out the filmmaker's psychiatric report from when she was aged 7. In some parts, the images determine the voiceover. In other parts, the voiceover determines the images, and occasionally there is no given relation. It is up to us to decide. The recent imagery mostly constructs an over-the-shoulder narrative of the filmmaker meandering through the streets of New York City. A stream of consciousness style brings us very close to her train of thought, though this is undermined by the use of the second person. We are told the sisters, both performers, uncannily resemble each other. The filmmaker embodies and thereby reanimates Elena. It is in this way her camera enables us access to reality without entirely carving out the inside of the first person.
Our mother said that since you were 4, you knew that you wanted to be an actress. When I ask her about you, she tries to smile. But I look at her and know she's thinking of you. Always thinking of you.
I'm sick.
The preface and postscript to the film is a blouse billowing in water. I would like to argue that the postmodernist autofiction creates this wonderful moment that I sometimes witness in my life too. Unlike its presidents, the postmodernists do not make explicit cross-references to other texts. The author is still dead, but so is intertextuality. The billowing female bodies that frame the text may be Ophelia's, but we find no direct utterance of Shakespeare and therefore cannot make that claim. Instead, we recognize classical tragedy in the lived experience. Through the integration of the autobiographical into fiction, we are taken back to a beginning. The uncanniness of reality's representation of the fictional elevates it to more than just a reproduction or performance. It contains a sincerity of expression, a certain originality. I think this is a beautiful means by which to dovetail the film.
Essa linda menina é minha.
Você me mostra a coleção inteira de filmes da Shirley Temple e me treina para ser atriz. Até que um dia você para de brincar de teatro comigo, para virar atriz de verdade.
Elena, a film by Petra Costa. Text written by Laura Davis.
Time